Hi everyone and welcome back. This is Mindy with Mindy You Can Design, and today's card is going to be featuring Yum Yum Cupcakes by c.c.designs. This was part of their March 2018 release, and here is a closer look at the stamp set. This is a great stamp set, lots of sentiments, great images for scene building. So what I'm doing is I'm starting out by creating my background, and I'm going to be using Neenah Solar White cardstock. So I'm lining up a piece of cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4. And as you can see there, I'm using Innocent ink. This is from Gina Designs. It was a really nice light pink, and I'm lining up this building using the MISTI stamping tool. I'm going to be using the plastic sheet that comes with the stamp sets and just putting that over my card so I can take my stamp off and line that up where I want it to go next. And then I can remove that plastic sheet and stamp my image. So this just helps so I don't get any excess ink on the card. And I do recommend make sure you wipe off that sheet because this is the second time I did it. I had actually ink residue on that clear sheet, which transferred onto my card. So just a forewarning on that one, learn from my mistakes. So I'm just going to create 2 rows, I guess you could say. So I just ink it up. I actually stamp it twice, make sure I get those really nice clean impressions. And I do find because I'm constantly wearing sweatshirts. I live in Wisconsin. I always wear sweatshirts. So I do find when I pull my sleeve down and I can rub over that, that really helps give that impression. Instead of doing any compressions with my MISTI, I just rub it over with my sleeve. And that does seem to help. Odd little tricks that we find. So now I have my background all set. I'm just going to clean off my image, and I'm going to stamp this again on Neenah Solar White cardstock using some Copic friendly ink because I'm going to Copic color this, and stamping that twice for that nice clean impression. Make sure I have all my lines are solid. And I did take 2 images off of the stamp set for characters because I wasn't really sure at the time which one I was going to do. So I did stamp that cute little bear and the girl, but I ended up only coloring in the girl and the house, or the cupcake shop. So what I'm doing is I'm coming in with my Copic markers, and I did try to add a little bit of shading. I started out with the darkest color, and I'll have all of these supplies listed down below in the video description and on my blog as well. But I did throw in a little bit of shadow, which would be underneath where the roof is sitting, and then on the side of the building, just to kind of define that a little bit. The spaces are a little small, so it was kind of hard to get into, but I just took that with the darkest color, and then I'm going to blend that out to my lightest. So I decided to go with this pink building to match my pink background, and I'll go through this through the entire card as I'm just going to start out with my darkest, blend out to my lightest, and just give this a really nice cutesy look. So I'm going to get this finished up, and I'm going to put on some cheery little music to keep you company. Once I have my image and my building all colored up, I'm going to use the coordinating die set to cut these out. These cut wonderfully, they line up perfectly, and I'm just going to hold those down with some micro pour tape and run them through my Big Shot machine. I definitely like having those coordinating dies on hand. It really does help, and they're definitely handy. So I'll go ahead and get those cut out. And I also went ahead and die cut, or I heat embossed with white embossing powder this sentiment, Cupcakes make everything better. I thought that was just a really nice sentiment to go with the card, and I put that on black cardstock and then cut that out with the banner die from c.c. Designs. And what's really cool about the banner die is it does the outline, so you can see through the banner die to make sure you're lining your sentiment up straight in there. And then I can go ahead and start adhering my card together. I did find this really nice pink cardstock to go with my background. It was just enough to make my images pop. And I can get that finished off, and I'll just add my girl with some foam squares. And that will finish up the card. Really super sweet, super simple. I love that light stamped background that I was able to create. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead, give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.